We got this apple tree last year and I pruned it a little bit. Mostly I just topped it off so that it wouldn't grow higher. This thing grew like crazy last year. We're gonna go through the same process we did with our other apple tree on this one.
If you want to see how to prune and take care of a much older apple tree, make sure to check out that video in our description.
We also need to stake down some of these branches while they're nimble so that they grow out instead of up. I'm gonna start by taking out all of the branches that are growing inward toward the center or up. Mostly it's going to be on these branches that are already going out. This one did not have nearly as many saplings as my other one did. I don't want any branches that are crossing over the other side, crossing over any other branches, which would inhibit any kind of sunlight getting into the middle of the tree. So now what I want to do is I want to picture the tree as it's going to be when I want it taller. Zutolo, I have missed one. Now is I'm just envisioning this tree as I want it in the future. I'm going to stake this branch down. This one would be down. This branch is going to be staked down. I'm going to pull this one. This one's got a pretty gnarly curve on it. So I'm going to try and stake this down a little bit more so that it grows flat and out. I really don't want this one right here. You can see that it's just growing straight up. This is where I topped it off last year. With this one going down, this one's going to go down. Probably going to cut this one out. The other thing with apple trees is you want a cluster of branches right here on this level. And then I'm going to have a cluster of branches here. And I'll have a couple branches right here. I don't want a lot of branches in between my cluster. I'm gonna take out this branch and this branch. That way I'll have this row here and then I'll have this row. That'll give a lot more sunlight to the center of the tree as it grows. So I'm gonna train this branch to go down. We already talked about that one. This one has a lot of saplings that are going out from the sides that I don't want. That looks much better. Now it's just a matter of going to each branch and kind of thinning out what I want to see. These are just a little bit too long.
A good rule of thumb for measuring any side branches that come off of the main branches, you want them to be about 8 to 10 inches long.
I've got a nice Y shape on this one, so I'm just going to leave that. This is a little thick here, so I'm going to take that out, give it some more space. This one, after we pruned it, got pretty good distance in between the branches. We just got done pruning this apple tree. It looks fantastic from what it was. I'm so pleased with how this is turning out. We wanted to pull down some of these branches. I got some of those tent stakes from Walmart that have a little hook on it and you just tied some rope around it. So I was able to pull all of these branches down. So they're going into multiple of these stakes. And then I didn't have enough stakes, so I just did this one here. Probably need to prune this branch a little bit, but overall you can see we've got a section here of branches and they're flat. Then you got a section here of branches and they're flat. Grouping of branches right here too. I didn't want to bend this branch too much. It was already bending a little bit and I cracked some of the bark. So I'm just going to leave that one as is for this year and then try to bring it down a little bit more next year. This is what it looks like at the end. I also added another piece of cardboard to the bottom of this with a zip tie. This cardboard is an awesome trick we learned at the beginning of last year. It has been amazing. You just put cardboard around your tree and wrap it tight with a zip tie. Any of the worms that crawl up from the ground will go into the cardboard thinking it's the tree, lay their eggs and leave, and they won't go up the rest of your tree and ruin your apples. This made it so that we did not have to spray our apple tree last year, which was amazing. This will be ready to go for summertime. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. You got this.